right, this week I've got a classic coming at you hot. And I will tell you, it's not the Castle of Caligari or whatever. I tried to watch I watched the trailer for that, and I was like, I don't think I can do a silent film right now. I'm just not in the mindset. But this film is about a bunch of folks who find a weird fish creature in a lagoon, and things get wet and wild.
Oh, man.
This is Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just gonna open up with that guy because it's my first pick of the season, and I'm pretty excited. I wanted to watch this as a kid. I think I rented it like 3 times, and I never made it through it.
Yeah, I've only ever heard of it, but it's supposed to be classic. We shall see.
And we are back.
From
Not at
outer
it
space.
again because that was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. I'm Adam. We're Flipper Flicks.
Hi, Adam.
They're
I'm Sam.
bozos. Nope. You're Bozo 1 and
Rude.
Bozo 2. Tim, by the way, had an existential crisis beforehand, so pardon
It's
the
still
interruption.
ongoing.
Yeah.
If he bursts in,
Yeah.
now you know why.
Yeah.
If you know there's a way that I would have seen a movie that came out last month, but I didn't watch it last month, and I feel like I watched it a year ago, please let me know.
He
Please
may
DM
have
us on
traveled through
Instagram.
time.
Yeah.
He may have traveled through time to watch a Dracula film.
Did you watch it with him? DM us.
Yeah, did you who all saw this back a year ago? 'Cause I for sure feel like I did.
He thought I was gaslighting him
There's no
about
way.
it being released last month.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over it. I can't get over it. There's no way.
But anyways, this week we're not watching Dracula. We watched Creature from the Black Lagoon for my classics pick
Yeah, and how old is this film?
from 1954. Do the math.
Oh,
Do the math.
look at it this way. Alien was 1979.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait. When was
And
the
that's
Blob?
considered an old classic movie.
1960s.
Wow.
Yeah, Blob is a little bit younger than this one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stephen
that's what I was
McQueen was in
thinking.
that one.
This has to be the oldest movie we watched.
No,
then.
Casablanca.
Oh, when did that come out?
1943 or 4. Came out during World War II to kind of promote being cool with the war.
Okay, so Casablanca.
Not being cool with the war, but being cool to join, like help.
Casablanca. is
That's
our
the
oldest film.
yeah. Now, okay, quick background on this movie. I have rented this film 3 times as a child.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I mean, I rented the VHS. Here's the deal. CRT TVs were really fuzzy. This movie was black and white. I couldn't see shit, and I just kept being like, I'm going to watch it this time. But eventually I gave up.
Poor
Yeah.
younger Adam.
So we started it 3 times,
Got bored.
watched it once.
Yeah.
Started it 4 times now. Finished.
Yep.
Started and finished once.
There you go.
So back then at like the Hollywood Video, we were allowed to be like, my parents would be like, you can pick an older film, and I would pick this, and then my sister would switch between Cats, the musical, not like the 2019, obviously,
Yeah.
or Clue.
Unless you can time travel.
Unless
Yeah.
she can travel as well, like Tim. So I was always fascinated by this because I'm into marine biology.
Wait, what did Stephen pick? We don't
He
know?
was too young.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Bitch.
I was going to say, did he tell you to pick something for him?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because that would have been my move.
I would have just voluntold him. This is the movie you're
This is
renting.
Stephen's pick.
Steven rented Godzilla.
Okay, anyway, you're into marine biology.
Yeah,
Like George Costanza.
like George Costanza.
Mhm.
And I found a Titleist golf ball in a blowhole once. That totally happened. But yeah, no, I was really excited to watch this. Originally, I was going back and forth between this and Castle of Caligari
Oh.
or whatever. So, an unbearable weight of massive talent. Remember when
Yeah.
Nick Cage is freaking out about that movie?
That old black and white movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one, that would have been our oldest.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a silent film, and I just wasn't feeling that.
You're like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder, and now that Nick is no longer on the podcast, I feel safe saying this. If some actors or some people want to seem more artsy or
Yes.
something, and so they say they love stuff like that, when I really have no idea if they
If
do.
they do,
'Cause
yeah.
Pedro, I'm gonna call him out too. He has a song. Well, this one's not as out there as this, but he talks about how I think he likes Prince a lot. There's his favorite song
Yeah.
is a song Prince, and I'm like, I understand Prince is very popular and stuff, but that still seems like a very artsy pick to me. I don't know. But anyway,
Well,
go on.
Scorsese just recently said that he was excited for Oppenheimer because it was like bringing back like cinema to the theaters rather than just superhero films. But he has like a whole shtick about superhero films.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, though, what Scorsese said.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm just trying to think of all the movies we've seen, like, in the past year. And I'm like...
Well, what about
Voyage
like the
of
Voyage of
Demeter?
Last Demeter? Yeah.
Yeah, like, that would
We
be
still
a good one
haven't
to
seen
see
that
in
because it
theaters.
just came out.
That's not real.
Yeah.
You somehow changed the wiki and you're fucking with me.
I changed the wiki, the IMDb,
That would
the
be
YouTube.
devotion.
I went full on
I
changing
just-
all
I
of the
don't
internet,
understand.
made everybody agree just to fuck with Tim.
They were
Yeah.
like, it will allow it for an hour while Tim's
Yeah.
talking to them. Oh, man.
Fuck.
So this creature, the Black Lagoon, do you know what the creature is actually called?
He's called Manfish.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Fishman. No, they call him a mermaid.
They call him the Gill-man.
No, they
Oh.
don't. They never
Yes.
say that.
Yes,
They
that is
definitely
how
call him a
Universal.
mermaid at some point.
Yeah. The Universal Studios monster, you know how they have all the monsters like the Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
consider him the Gill-man.
I mean,
And it's the dumbest name ever.
it is a dumb name. Almost as dumb as the fact that they called him Manfish, not Fishman.
Yeah.
But
Fishman.
given
You're
the
one piece of
time
showing.
and the fact that they're probably I don't know, whenever they're gonna decide that this was a great movie and put it into the records and all of that, maybe there was nobody around that could tell them a better name. I don't know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? When did this
Yeah.
film get its accolades, or did it get accolades? I mean, I assume it did because we've all heard of it, but maybe it did.
I don't know if it when it first came out, they were like, let's leave it open-ended so we can make sequels just in case. I think it's going to do well.
Mhm.
And then they made 2 sequels and they were just mediocre from my understanding.
Okay.
Just straight I don't know.
Cash grabs.
Yeah, cash grabs for the 1950s.
Whatever that looks like.
Yeah, I don't think movies back then were cash grabs.
I mean,
No, I
if
don't
it's a
think so.
sequel and it's not good, isn't it just a cash grab?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff on this. I think even Universal Studios, they used to have this little monster food restaurant,
Oh, yeah. They did.
and he was featured on it.
Yeah, with
The Wolfman and
Mhm.
Frankenstein.
there you go. I was like, what were the
Dracula.
ones you said 5 seconds
the
ago?
mummy.
Would Frankenstein be Zombie Man?
Well, yeah,
Man
it's really
zombie.
Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
to be more accurate. But
I'm just being silly, but yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, we can all agree that Gill-man, you guys should have done better.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the name creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
It just sounds ominous,
Yeah, why wouldn't
Yeah.
they just call it the creature? This is so
Right.
weird. These people.
dude. And apparently in the second one, so okay. Did you notice his eyeballs? They
Yeah.
looked like
Yes.
little flashlights.
Yeah.
I mean, they were basically like underwater goggles.
They really were.
Yeah.
So, but they couldn't
That's
see
what I'm saying.
shit.
Oh,
couldn't
no.
see
I'm sure,
shit.
I'm sure they had to be told where to go or
Mm-hmm. There were 2 different suits. There was the underwater suit. It was a lighter material
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes
and
sense.
more flexible, and then the out of water one
Okay.
hardier. Well, the out of water one, he couldn't see shit so much
Yeah.
that he ran the lead actress, Julia Adams' head into a wall.
Oh
So-
shit.
So when he's carrying her, she just suddenly has a scraper on
Oh.
her head,
Yeah.
and that's actually because he accidentally bumped her head into the wall.
Dude,
man.
that's wild. Because as he was walking through, I was thinking, don't bash your head against the wall. And
Yeah.
he actually did.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
God.
but
Well, the springs. So we have been to Wakula Springs, where some of the filming locations are. It was many moons ago, as in 5 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that.
yeah,
There's springs in northern Florida, and most of the springs you can see through, but these are interesting because they're brown, right? It was a rust color, so you
Yeah.
could still see through it, but It's
The
definitely
sediment.
murkier, so I can see how they would want different shit for underwater, essentially. I mean, I know this was a million years ago, so maybe they were clearer then, but
They actually
Right.
probably were.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe. I don't know.
But they still probably needed it if it had that tint.
Yeah. It wasn't black and white, though. This movie originally showed in 3D.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
How?
So you remember when 3D was all the rage in the 50s? You know, because we all were there, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
did not know
We
this was
weren't-
a
we
thing.
I mean,
all-
I probably was, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, with Tim's time traveling abilities, we actually don't know when he was born.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this
He's been
is
lying this whole time.
He's just
Yeah.
keep going.
Wait,
falling back in time.
3D in the 50s? What?
Yeah, it's like the whole joke came from it died until like Avatar came back. Brought it back.
Yeah.
But it was like the blue and red glasses. That was from like the 50s.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't
Why
know
is that
that.
technology still around?
Why have we not
How is it not improved? Because those things basically give you a headache as soon as you put them on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so this movie, it aired in 3D and you remember when 3D TVs were like the next big thing?
Yeah.
mhm.
They did a remake of this Blu-ray so that you could watch it in 3D.
Didn't you have a 3D TV?
No, Jared did.
Oh, I thought somebody did.
Oh shit, my parents did.
yeah, and you guys had glasses and shit.
Yeah, I never watched a single
Crazy.
3D film on that TV.
Yeah. I don't think the demand is there. I think it's just
Exactly.
No,
Like, doesn't
it's like
make
I don't
sense.
want to wear glasses in my house when I don't have to wear glasses.
not. Right. It sounds cool, but it's like more of something you want to experience like in an IMAX or something like that. Like,
Also, what about the people with glasses?
They got to put glasses on their glasses.
Yeah,
man.
that's just
yeah, it'll work over top.
it's just uncomfortable is all.
I would
Ba-
imagine it would. I've never tried it.
Yeah. Back to Tim's original point. Why have we not improved on these glasses?
Yeah.
Well, we
Yes.
have improved.
I got the red lens and the blue lens.
Dude,
Now they're not double colored. They're one color,
they're
but
one
that's
color,
the big
yeah.
improvement.
Woo!
dude, and now
In 60 years.
the IMAX ones that we went to had like not shutters, but like they blocked off the sides,
Yeah.
the peripherals.
Which is wild.
So it's
Interesting.
only because like you know how you can see like on like a little bit, not through.
Oh, I
glasses.
see what you're saying. Yeah,
So
yeah. So you
it-
can
it,
see
like-
part of the film.
It was
through
like
your-
goggles. It's goggles
Yeah, that makes sense.
for movies.
I always wondered that too because like you could literally see like the film, through your peripherals, and it's like, I'm not.
Don't turn your
Very
head.
clearly, I have to push this like against my face.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
get contact lenses?
Oh God.
Boom.
Oh.
All right. So this movie, we barely talked about it.
Wait. Okay, so let's I can't think of the word. Let's guesstimate what we think was in 3D when it first came out. Was it the harpoons? Because they get very close to the screen whenever they shoot their harpoons, and it pans to them, and then
It's probably the arm too.
It's the arm.
A lot of the arm stuff coming into the screen.
Did you look it
Yeah.
up?
no, I just like how confident
Oh.
you were about it's the arm. Like
Well,
there's
I
no
read
it's
about
the
it.
harpoon. It's the arm.
So,
I
he
read
did
about it. And they did a whole scene that they accidentally busted a camera doing this.
What?
They because at one point on the ship, I think it's when he like murders or strangles the one dude that ends up living. Like he was the
That
random
was
doctor.
bandaged up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He like pushes him and he falls into the camera because
Oh,
they wanted it to
no.
like look like he's falling at the screen,
Yeah.
but he hit the camera
Interesting.
That's funny.
because you know that. Oh, I didn't even finish my comment about the design of the costume. Those
Yeah.
goggles were so shit that he bumped a girl's head in it that they made him bulbousy like a fish in the second one.
Oh.
He looks different.
weird. Okay.
He looks like a fish man.
A fish man.
No,
a man.
yeah,
I did.
fish.
I did write that he was the original mer people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
And for what it's worth, 1954, that costuming.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very good.
That was really good. I was pleasantly surprised with that because I'm looking at it right now, like pictures of it, and I'm like,
That's
That's
pretty
pretty well
solid.
done.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the funny part. After they finished the third one, they threw it out.
What?
Excuse me. Please
Yeah.
throw that away.
They just threw it out. And then the janitor was like, this could be a cool Halloween costume. He literally pulled it from the trash, made it a Halloween costume, and eventually they sold it. Like it was
Back to the
auctioned off.
studios,
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the studios were like, wait, they just threw that shit away.
Dude, there's so
Right.
much shit out there that like people would pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam, what do we have in our house that we could have gotten at Home Goods.
A statue from Silicon Valley. I
Yeah,
didn't
I know.
know it was from Home Goods. Home Goods.
Home Goods.
Otherwise, I would have.
I know.
I would have went and bought it.
It was
Anyway.
really funny. We just we flipped it over and it was like Home Goods, and we're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But shit, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, how would you like to be the prosthetics visual effects person? And like you spent all this time on this fucking suit.
And then they just
And they
fucking
just
throw
throw
it
it
out.
away.
Fucking
And they're like,
assholes.
you guys are the reason I drink.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking dicks.
Like Sam and I were obsessed with this Prop Master show that was on Disney Plus,
That's very good.
Mm.
and it was this guy that just hunted down like rare props from
Mhm.
Oh,
films.
that's cool.
I don't know if it's still on there because I
Only
know
got,
that they
like, one
purged.
season.
We were
I wonder
so
what they-
upset.
Yeah.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean, they actually went and forged all those fucking weapons.
Yeah.
And he went like somebody had a stockpile. Disney still has their stockpile of pirate swords.
I'm sure they do.
Just
Yeah.
in case you need them.
And then my favorite are the Kiwis out in New Zealand. Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson made so
Oh.
much that they didn't use it all. So they just put it in a storage bin. And then What We Do in the Shadows comes along, the original one.
Yep.
And Taika and what's the other guy's name?
Jermaine Clement.
Jermaine Clement.
Oh, okay.
They rated that, and a lot of their teeth are like orc teeth, and they
No
have like
way.
ears that are like elf ears. Like they just worked with the ward like that warehouse
That's funny.
to create their wardrobe.
That's awesome.
It's like one of those little bits that just makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Sam has made a joke that if you remove the epic Howard Shore composing from Lord of the Rings, it's just a Kiwi film.
It really is. Like if
Just
you
like the weird humor.
if you watch the shots like and you're like, okay, think about this if Taika did it and there's no epic music. Like you could see it being a completely different film.
The vibe. It's just so goofy.
Yeah.
But this film,
That's funny you mentioned that because there's something that somebody spliced a song. I can't remember what the song was. I think it was A Hero's Gonna Save Us or whatever, that song.
Oh,
I
nice.
need a
And they spliced
hero.
it. No.
Oh. Need a hero to night. Steve, Tim, are you having Greebles?
I think he is.
I don't know. I heard something.
Wait, guys!
No,
I figured it
yeah.
out. I figured it out. It's
Other
it's
Tim.
present day Tim.
Yeah. That's what it is. No, it's not a hero. It's a rock song. Like a hero is gonna save us. Not gonna stand in our way. That one?
I don't know that song.
You don't know that song? I
Is
can't
that
remember
song
who
from the
plays it.
future?
But yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know.
Are you
But
sure it's not I
somebody
Need a
spliced it
Hero?
over top of when Gandalf comes over the hill.
Oh,
And
nice.
it just completely changes the scene. It's fucking hilarious.
Well,
it's just,
have you
it's
seen
so good.
have you seen the reshots of Midsummer with happy music? It's fucking creepier.
Oh shit, that sounds awesome.
Tim's like
I gotta look
adding
that
it to
up.
my list to do.
Yeah, I'm like looking it up right now.
Man.
Okay, so in this movie,
Yes.
Mr. Gill-man had to stay under the water for 4 minutes
Whoa.
in one breath.
I mean, did the other two have to do it too? Because they were underwater for a while.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to stay under. They actually had scuba tanks though.
Oh, they did. You're right. Never mind.
And their whole purpose of having 2 scuba tanks on one and one on the other
Mhm.
was so you could tell them apart.
Nice.
And I was like, I kind of actually respect that.
Yeah. Well, there was one point where I think it's later on in the film when Mark gets dragged down and then David's the dark-haired one, right?
Yeah.
And David shows up and like they're all struggling with the Gill-man and I was like, wait, I think Mark's dead, but I'm not positive. And then I had to
Yeah.
wait till he came out of the water.
He just like floated up.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they were going to have somebody die from the bends.
Yeah, because they kept
Yeah.
talking about it.
They kept bringing it up.
I wonder if it
Yeah,
was
they
just
talk
like a
about it a lot.
PSA, the bends exist, people.
Well, snorkeling was just
That could
brand new
be.
then, right?
Yeah.
Like that brand that they were talking about, they like straight up name dropped a brand. It was like
Mm.
the first scuba gear available.
Oh, really? Okay. So they probably sponsored him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which,
So I sent the song in chat.
All right.
And I regretfully admit that it is a Nickelback song. which I thought it
Classic
was.
Tim.
But it's fucking great with that scene. It's hilarious. I'd have to find it again.
You gotta go into the internet.
Yeah.
Well, they
Oh,
do talk
man.
about the bends quite a bit. And there was one point where she was even like, you came up too fast or whatever. You didn't reacclimate. And I was like, is he going to die? Like, are we going to see...
Can
Are we
someone
gonna see him
die?
die? Is someone gonna die? And then like he didn't, because at that point, not very many people had died. I think it was just the people at
Yeah.
camp. That were
Yeah,
part
just
of
the
the
work, just the
original troop.
labor.
Yeah.
None of the
Yeah,
scientists fucking
essentially.
died.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
like, I don't really care. None of my people died.
Exactly. Well, and it's also kind of bizarre because I feel like you can't really tell time in this movie, if that makes
Oh
sense.
no,
Like
I thought it was
Mhm.
6
until
days.
it hit night, like halfway or 75% of the way through the movie, I did not know this was all happening in one day. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it definitely
What?
doesn't feel. It feels like Anaconda, where it's like they're traveling along the river for
Dude.
days.
yeah.
Right?
That's what it feels like.
I was like, I really do wonder how much Anaconda pulled from this film.
Oh.
Probably a lot.
Mhm.
Actually, a lot of films pull
Honestly.
from it.
When
I
did
think
Anaconda come out.
1999,
Was it actually
Go back to that episode and find out.
1997?
97 was my other guess, and I always
There you
mix up. For some weird reason, we
Wow.
had a lot drop in 7 and 9, but not 98.
Weird.
I know.
Yeah. So back on the bends, did we talk about how it came about
No.
before? Have we talked about it?
No.
I don't
No.
remember where I heard this. I swear Adam told us about this, but I think it might have been on a podcast, and I'm
By
probably going to
Flipper
butcher
Flicks
it or be completely wrong.
Was it Flipper
Yeah,
Flicks,
Flipper
the
Flicks.
podcast?
But I can't even give credit to where I heard it. But if somebody was talking about the bends and how it came about, was I believe a bridge was being built, and so they had two sets of crew. One set would go down some steps,
Okay.
and then do something and then come back up the steps. The other one would
Mhm.
take an elevator down and come back up, and they discovered the people that were going on the elevator or whatever.
We're
Yeah,
having
it was
issues.
you.
It
Wasn't
was me.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think it was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I knew it was. But
I was about
Look
to
at
be
t-
like, did Tim travel
it
through
just
time again?
fucking hit me in the head.
Okay,
you
can
know?
we
It's
just talk
like,
about how
oh,
Tim
get that
remembered
like
something I said? And I was
Yeah.
like, I
I
didn't say this.
know.
And then he's explaining, I was
so
like, I
nice.
100% said this.
that. Yeah, you did.
This is a very Adam fact to have.
I love this.
Mhm.
Look at that.
So in a previous episode of Flipper Flicks called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that should be the film we watched with it. I don't think we watched many other underwater films.
Yeah.
We
And that
still-
also has scuba, which I
Yeah.
was trying to think of what other context. Maybe did we watch that? Like, did we watch any shark movies or anything like that?
No,
or
I don't
just
think
that?
so.
I don't think so either. Okay, so anyway, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
tell this
It's a
lovely
whale of a
story
tale, man.
that Tim just told. Maybe more detail, maybe same amount of detail. You gotta go back and see.
Maybe like 10 more words.
Yeah.
I'm a
Mhm.
wordy person. Tim chooses his words specifically.
Very deliberately.
What is that for? Anyways.
It's Mac.
Okay. That's right.
I don't like being paraphrased. I choose my
Oh,
words
yeah.
very deliberately, or some shit like that. And he's talking. They're in court. It's the one where they talk about
Are you?
going
It's
to
the
the Phillies
baseball
game. They got
it's
the
the baseball
tickets.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they go to
Yeah.
court multiple times.
They do, but this one, yeah, it's that specific one where he's I don't appreciate being paraphrased.
So the director Jack Arnold,
Yes.
he was a very well known director later in the 60s because he did a shitload of Brady Bunch.
Oh, nice.
So much.
Okay.
At one point, one of the kids goes into a closet and pulls out the creature's mask and puts it on.
That had been saved from the dumpster at this point.
Probably a remake. But yeah,
Oh,
let's go with the save
true.
from the dumpster.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck? They threw away the costume and then they had to remake it for the sequels?
No, they
Okay.
threw them out after. The
After
sequels were like
sequels.
the sequels came out rapidly.
Okay.
This movie was 54. The second one was 55.
Okay, good.
It's where they were intending to make sequels, not
Yeah.
hey, this did well, let's make another one. So it takes a few years to come out.
So to come back to that, it's not a cash grab if it was deliberate.
Yeah.
Second off, how would you like to be that visual effects person? You get thrown out after the first movie, and then they're like, actually, we're going to make a sequel. Can you remake that costume? I'd be like, fuck you all.
Yeah, screw you. Yep, thank you very much. Okay, bye.
I just really want to know this visual effects person's name so
Yeah.
I can be like,
Yeah.
I get you.
I wonder if
The
there's something
costumer, you mean?
against
Yeah.
like there's got to be some lawyery stuff when it comes to like costumes and stuff for films because it's like the people that make the costume stuff, they get credited, yeah, but it's almost like they could patent, or not patent, but like trademark some of the shit they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like-
contracts is probably that hold it up.
Yeah, and that's probably what. Yeah, I bet the studios are like, anything you make for us, we own. Blah blah blah. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Poor visual effects people.
Would you say
Seriously.
it's visual effects?
Right?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
now you
digital
got CGI.
restoration,
Oh. Oh well, it wouldn't be digital, right? It would
Right.
be practical effects.
which is under makeup.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it takes a lot of people to do that stuff.
And it
I,
looks
I wonder how
flawless.
long.
Also,
Right.
Still.
I wonder how long it took him to get that on.
oh,
Oh yeah.
he just never took it off, man.
He
He's
had to
still in
grease
it.
up.
And how people could do that. Yeah, still in it.
Oh, he's still in it. When they threw out the costume, they threw him out too. He just was thrown
Yeah.
in the trash.
Whoa! I'm in here. Ooh.
Oh,
You guys
Jesus,
need to
that
talk.
costume's talking, man.
Oh my.
I will
goodness.
say that Kay's outfits. Okay, I thought her name was Kate, but it's Kay.
Oh, I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know her name.
I would actually say a lot of her outfits would fit in today's time,
Yeah.
which is weird for a 1950s film.
Yeah.
I know it's cyclical, but Tim, I've seen the 1950s outfits, and they.
The 50s are coming back right now.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Have you seen the pants people are wearing? God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, my shorts are real high up. I was like, just like those dudes.
yeah, she's got some mom shorts on. And they
She
got some
does.
mom shorts on, dad shorts on.
Yeah, see, they wore their shorts a lot higher than I do.
Yeah. Well, just in general, they were shorter.
Yeah,
like,
like
it
belly
didn't
button
matter
height.
how high
That's
they were.
your waist.
Yeah.
I thought my waist was the tip of my hips, and then I go 4 feet below that.
Sam was getting concerned right there. The tip of my
I
pause
can see why, but
for effect.
yeah,
Goodness gracious.
I got you covered. Don't you worry about it.
Along the lines of Kay, she almost like winds up or like charges her scream. Like she could have screamed by the
Yeah.
time she actually screams, and it annoys me.
Yeah, all of her screams,
Guys,
and
that's
yet, and she's
just-
also the one that always sees the monster.
That was
So
her
she
goal.
like turns and she's like,
Yeah.
My
is this like an
favorite.
episode of fucking anime or some shit?
What's funny is like
Dragon
she's
Ball?
a scientist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they just like sideline her the entire film
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much she's just there. Like
to scream. She's there to scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning though, she actually had some dialogue, like when
Yeah.
they were in the aquarium and they were talking about
She did,
sciencey
yeah.
stuff. But yeah, at like a certain point in the movie, she just becomes
Screamer.
spotting the monster and screaming.
She's the alarm system.
Indeed.
She really is. I mean, I swear that's every time it was just her like screaming. Like, I don't know.
And like,
And then the monster was there, and you're like, ooh.
yeah. I thought it was progressive for its time, having like the female be a scientist and then sidelined.
Wah, wah.
They very quickly.
I will say though, I was
her.
with the financier, Mark, not Mike. Mark
Mhm.
was actually like in the water doing the shit himself.
Mhm.
You see a lot of these films where like the financer's just some evil goon in the background that just gives the money.
Yeah.
This guy was actually willing to put his life on the line. And I was like, I can respect Mark.
Yeah. Or
Right.
like the financier gets like killed right away because he's just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean, Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
What's there was one we watched recently. The financier lives a long time.
Really?
I won't be able to remember it, but they're basically fucking annoying the whole movie.
But they don't do anything of worth.
Yeah, they're
Right,
just
that's
super
norm-
fucking annoying.
That's normally
Yeah.
what they have been.
Yeah.
Right.
But this guy was hopping in. Honestly,
Actually doing
the
shit.
guy that did the least was the one who discovered it.
Yeah.
He did jack shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he die or does he survive to
lives.
the end?
That fucker lives.
He gets it all the way to the end doing nothing. Oh my gosh. Well, what annoyed me also besides the scream was like when they first all see the creature on land after the water. So they've all seen the grotto and then they go through and then like she's around the tree just like staring into the distance. But anyway, the creature comes up and she screams and then she like fucking trips. And then this other guy comes over and he like beefs it or some shit. And it's like there's this great climactic moment with the monster, but like it didn't even have to try hard. They all just fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
And I was
stumbled.
like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
But that's just kind of like a plot device like in
Yeah.
any other fucking movie where you're like, why would you split up? Why would you go do this? It's like they have to do something for
The movie to
an
move.
event to occur. Yeah, they have to they have to
Yeah.
railroad it a little bit, which sucks, but yeah.
They have to kill this random person.
Yeah.
Some random motherfucker's gotta die.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, and I don't know. I would agree. They were more sciencey though. They actually went into like the marine biology.
Yeah, but they didn't give a shit about the environment. They're just
They did
spraying
not.
that
Dude,
shit
right?
everywhere.
That
That
taking
shit kills
cigarettes.
fish.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
like they were like it paralyzes them. No, that shit kills them.
It literally kills them.
Yeah. And then, like, of course, when they're spraying it, you're like, it's not going to be affected by it. You're just going to kill all the fish. And then all the fish are belly up. And you're like, what did
You're
I
like, "Whoops."
tell you people?
Yeah.
That guy's been through some shit, man.
Yeah.
He's been harpooned
True.
like
Twice.
multiple times.
Yeah.
And then he was like sprayed with liquid. He was paralyzed,
Mm-hmm.
then sprayed with liquid, then shot at, and then stabbed.
And then yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, and this ending is unclear. And I was like, he looks dead as
He
shit
looked
to me.
dead
He
to
looks
me.
very dead.
Yeah.
No. We want it to be unclear so we can make sequels.
He looked very dead.
He was dead.
Well, and yeah, because I even turned to Adam and I was like, why did they kill him? I thought they made sequels out of this. Like,
Right, yeah.
he does not look in any way, shape, alive, ambiguous. He's dead.
Well, and I do like that. Well, I don't like that they killed him. I wish that they had let him live. Like,
Yeah.
I think it would have been like they're all scientists.
Right.
Well, and it very much seemed like Mark was the one that wanted to kill him. But obviously, like, David gets involved with,
Yeah.
like,
David kills Mark.
yeah.
Yeah.
Through David's choices, Mark dies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. He was the one that wanted to kill him, and then he died. And so it's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really make sense that he killed him, but I get it, I guess. He's got your whoa, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Only 14 years difference.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
She was just very
Mhm.
young. That's all.
But the music in this is so weird. Like, it's very much of the time because it's
Yeah.
like constantly loud and like treacherous. And I'm like, I kind of wish that like people would remake this because
In that style, though,
yeah, I'd just be interested in what
'Cause
music they would choose.
they did remake this. It's called The Shape of Water.
I know, but that's a totally different storyline.
It is
I've
completely
actually never
different.
seen that.
You would like it.
It's good.
I've
But-
always heard that.
Yeah.
Isn't that an M. Night movie too?
Del Toro,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is okay.
Monster Man.
Because
He's the
isn't it
Monster
about?
Man.
It's about the guy from Hellboy, right? The fish dude.
Yeah,
It
basically.
is, but it isn't. Like
Right.
on paper, it is not. Visually, my eyes
Yeah.
say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was always the joke.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the guy from Oh god.
Okay, so this movie received a critic score of 80%,
Nice.
audience of a 74,
Okay.
IMDb with a 6.9 out of 10, nice, and Google with 89%. So for the fourth time trying to watch this film, now it's gonna kind of come down to this. If we say that, like, say we flip on all of our flip-ons, and then suddenly we want to move something,
Mhm.
are we okay with dropping it below the fence?
Yeah, that's the
And-
rule.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So as far as it goes right now, being three episodes in, I count The Sixth Sense. That's why I was stuttering there.
No worries.
I would flip it on. I liked it, but like I have a feeling this is gonna fall below the fence.
So it's like your last flip on spot.
I think it's going to be. It's either going to be at the top of the flip offs or bottom of the flip ons.
Gotcha.
So for now, it's a flip on. I liked it. It was, but like, I mean, it was only an hour and 20 minutes and I was losing my focus during it. So,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of underwater scenes of them just swimming around.
yeah.
But
It makes sense.
product of its time and the
Yeah,
technology, I
and-
think, required that they do a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
True.
Sam?
Not saying it's not something that's wrong with the film, but
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
yeah.
Well, Adam read my notes and just ripped off my fucking answer because I was gonna say it's literally the last spot before a flip off. It's not that I disliked it, but I just know some of the other movies I've already seen and like, so I think like it's gonna be towards the end. So I'm still flipping it on, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets hacked later this season.
Yeah.
Just depends on how many good movies there are.
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I like to compare monster movies to Alien because Alien's always like the staple that people go to when there's tons of other films out there that were like classics or whatever, they're monster movies that you just don't think about it because Alien was such a phenomenon. I think this movie feels like it was kind of that way from its time. And the only reason it's not out around as much is because it's black and white. And I mean, Alien is just that good. Like the fear of Alien is, far more intense than this. But I think this is actually going to end up in somewhere around the middle for my flip-ons.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's going to be last.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, so flip on. I thought it was pretty good. It had me most of the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, just because I thought they did monster movies right.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of moments where you're just like, come on, man.
I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah.
Most of the scene where the dialogue was perfectly good.
Yeah.
The music was 1950s.
Yeah.
The swimming and the screaming is what got me.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
I think the issue for me is if I'm going for like an old monster movie or an old scary movie pre-Alien is I would do The Blob. And I wonder if that's just because that was the first one I had seen.
Yeah.
And so like it kind of just...
And it's kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And it has some good humor in it.
Yeah. So I think I was comparing it to this being like, well, I'd rather watch The Blob, which is why I didn't lower on my list.
Right. Yeah.
But it did nothing wrong. Let's all stress that.
Yeah.
It's not a bad film. It's just old.
It's a very, from its time, I think it's very top notch. Mm-hmm. And I think, I'd have to do some research, but I think from back in the day, it's probably one of the higher rated films. But
it has definitely
when it came out,
it has a cult following still.
Well, yeah, it still looks amazing. Like all of the practical effects, they did an amazing job on.
Oh,
and I don't know
that he actually swam in the suit.
Yeah,
right, that too.
And held his breath for 4 minutes.
Right,
give the man some props.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Rico Browning.
Yeah, there you go.
There's his props.
Good job, Rico.
The last living soul from this film.
Oh, see, I thought he had died.
The guy in the suit?
Yeah.
He might have died.
Like recently. That's why. Like in the last couple of years.
Well, the second to last passed in 2019. That's all I remember.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm not checking up on people's lifespans.
That's fair.
Anyways, next week we're up for Samantha.
Whoa.
And she got the Daily Trend. So let me pull that up. All right,
beep,
Sam.
Beep. That's what your computer makes noises.
Yeah, my phone.
Beep, boop, beep.
So Sam is going to have to pick a film that deals with Zach Bryan, Nick Bosa, Madison Keys, The Diarrhea Plane, or The Little Mermaid.
I don't even know who those first 2 or 3 people are.
I think country, football, tennis.
Yeah. Go sports ball. Why is it every time we have a Daily Trend, there's fucking sports all over it?
I would just say that sports are probably
sports splashed all over the Daily
Trend. There's a big sport going on year round.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. Well, we'll see what I come up with.
We all know what she's picking.
This will be we all know. Or do we?
If you like this episode, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FlipperFlix. I guess we don't have to say it anymore, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm old. Follow along, see what we're doing. Interact if you'd like to.
Yeah, hit us up there. I don't know. You can also give us recommendations on other of those sites, or you can go to our website at www.flipperflix.com. Yeah, we do a couple recommendations each season, so we just love we're trying to pander right now. We're trying to get you to come to our website, give us some clicks, and recommend us a movie because, we're going to have to pick those eventually, and more the merrier, right?
Yeah.
You can also, speaking of pandering, you can also rate and review us on Apple, Spotify now. Oh, we also do polls there occasionally. So that's always fun.
Answer Adam's questions.
Answer all of my questions, God damn it.
And if you're wondering, when can I catch these fools? You can catch us at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We're on Spotify, as Adam mentions, where he does his polls. We're on Apple, Google, Amazon. believe you can subscribe on the various platforms, and that way you'll get like a push notification, or it'll come right into your queue. So that way you don't ever have to look at the clock on Thursday. It'll just be there for you. Kitty!
Can you later? Bye later.